What's up, guys? JR Raymond with BowlerX here, and I'm going to talk to you real quick before we do all these ball reviews coming up. I've got bowling balls coming from all different companies to show you all about the new stuff coming up. But what I want to talk to you today about is whether to drill that ball pin up or pin down. So stay tuned. All right, so the burning question always comes up when somebody walks into the pro shop of whether to drill the ball pin up or pin down. And I'm here to tell you that there's really not much of a difference when you do it that way, because it's all based on the distance that the pin is from your positive access point. It's not whether the pin's higher or lower per se. So I'm going to put a couple of images up here from Ron Hicklin's site. Ron Hicklin made a video and he used Blueprint to where he was able to show the difference between a pin-up layout that was one distance from your positive axis and a pin-down layout that was the exact same distance from your positive axis. And then you can simulate how that ball is going to look going down the lane. And what he showed was that there was really no difference in ball motion based on one ball being pin up and another being pinned down. And the reason for it is both of those pins were basically exactly the same distance to the positive axis point. And that's the key component here, is making sure that you're paying attention to the distance that your pin is to your positive axis. So if you're going into a shop and you don't know your positive axis and you're just throwing a pin up above your ring finger, you need to make sure that at some point they're finding your positive axis point, finding all these numbers that they need to correctly lay out this bowling ball. So when you go and see a ball review that I do and you like a ball motion that I have out there and you're saying, okay, now he laid this out XXX, I want that same ball motion, you need to literally go and lay that ball out XXX just like I did in order to get it according to your positive axis point. So for me, if it was up above the bridge, that doesn't necessarily mean the pin's going to be above the bridge for you. Your positive axis is different than mine, so the pin is going to end up in a different location, and the layout may look different, but according to the numbers, it's actually the same. Now, another thing to take into consideration is our tilt and rotation aren't going to be exactly the same. So you might not see exactly the same type of motion down lane as I do, because they're not the same. So you may see, if you're more rotation and more tilt, you may see more down lane motion, but you're going to see a lot of the similar core characteristics in the front part of the lane. So really what you want to pay attention to is the first 30 feet of the lane and see what that ball's doing. If it's hooking early and you like to see that early hook, then that's what you want to try and go after. So just kind of really pay attention when these ball reviews come out that I'm about to do in the next month or so. You're going to see a bunch of them coming through. Just really pay attention to, all these different details when it comes to that. And I'm going to talk about it through these ball reviews as well, so you can really get a good idea of what you can choose. So when you go over to BowlerX.com and order these bowling balls, you're going to be able to figure out exactly what you want to do with these bowling balls and not just guess and take them into a pro shop and say, hey, I really like this, I watched this video, can you drill this? And then they're just going to put the pin up above your ring and yada yada, and it's just going to go like that, and it's going to be the same motion that you pretty much see out of most bowling balls. So there is a big variance in all these bowling balls, and all these companies have different characteristics, so you got to really pay attention. And if you're just putting the same layout on most of these bowling balls, you're not going to see an awful lot of differences unless you're using huge differences in cores. So really pay attention to it, and pay attention to the ball reviews that are going to be coming out, and you'll be able to see what you want to do. And remember to go over to BowlerX.com, use promo code JRX, get your discount. And until next time, guys, we'll see you later.